Guyana, West Side Story returns with a new season, a new edition. Of course, the last time we met would have been in December 2016. It is my pleasure to say it is 2017. By the time this broadcast reaches you, which is the first broadcast for 2017, it may be February, but I still don't think it's too late to say Happy New Year to you from the West Side Story family. We begin our program for this year on a green initiative. As you know, His Excellency, the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Brigadier David Granger, has put forward the green initiative first to make our country a better one. And it's good to see folks living up to that initiative right here on the west side. What we have here is the Youths for a Green Economy. Now, these youths have undertaken a task of cleaning up most of our government entities right here on the west side. And we are here at the Leonora Secondary School. Now, they are doing a lot of cleaning. As you can see behind me, that they're very, very active, and you're already seeing the green. So they are promoting the green and cleaning and trying to keep the compound in a very friendly and playful environment for our students. So it is my pleasure to begin West Side Story for this year on this green initiative note. Coming up, we'll try to get some of these same youths involved in the Youths for a Green Economy to talk to you about exactly what is happening here on the west side. Stay with West Side Story. It's my pleasure right now on West Side Story to be chatting with Sherwin, Andrew, and Rolex. And as I said before, they're a part of the Youths for a Green Economy. Fellas, tell me how the work is going.
Well, the work is going good as so far. No, not. We don't have any headache.
No headache. You're actually enjoying it in this heat?
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very easy because it's not hard work. Just have to have the tools and everything will go okay.
Okay. Andrew, tell me your thoughts on it. How many schools have you guys done so far?
Well, so far I cannot be able to say, right? But we've done a lot of schools. I cannot be able to tell you the exact amount, right? But so far the work going nice. We just cooperating with each other and, just trying to make everything possible.
No stress?
No problem. No problem.
How long does it take you to do an entire compound? Because I'm assuming you guys are going right back. Rolex, talk.
At least the work going nice. At least the cooperating nice. The work going good. All right. Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to say, Andrew?
No, I have no any problem. I don't have
All right, great. Fellas, thank you very much. Continue working hard. All right, there you heard it from three of the young men from the Youths for a Green Economy. And I know they didn't really have much to say, but it really is good when our youths are willing to come forward to talk about what it is that they're being a part of, so that you would understand that this is something that they're not being forced into. This is something that they're willing to do, all part of trying to assist the government to bring that good life to the people of our country, regardless of which region you are from, and all part of even bettering themselves. Because as you can see, this is basically them being gainfully employed and doing something sensible with their time. And I am urging all youths, even if not to get involved with the Youth for a Green Economy, to get involved in some group that would propel you later on into greatness and to help you to become and stay a productive adult. So really and truly, thanks to the government of Guyana, thanks to this group, and all those who are encouraging and supporting. And of course, because we began at this school, the other projects on this week's edition of West Side Story will focus on school upliftment in our country. Stay with West Side Story. I will come to you next from the Vreeden Hoop Primary School. I am Ramsey, and this is West Side Story. as West Side Story return in 2017 for a brand new season, of course, and brand new projects right here in Region 3 on the West Side. It is my pleasure to be chatting with the acting headmistress, the acting head teacher for the Vredenhoek Primary School, Trisha Sampson. And of course, she's going to tell you about some sanitary blocks recently rehabilitated, or I should say recently installed, that will certainly help the little ones of this school. Of course, I can tell you now these blocks were installed to the tune of more than $5 million. So let's hear from the head teacher of the Vredenhoek Primary School. Ms. Sampson, welcome to West Side Story.
Welcome. Okay, the 10 washroom that was built, it is of benefit to us because for the longest while, since I'm here about 2 years, we were only having one washroom for the female teacher, staff of 28 female with one washroom, and these would be the 10 that are built, recently built, and they would be of lots of benefit to the teachers, very, very beneficial to the teachers.
Well, obviously, if the teachers are not comfortable, the students cannot be comfortable. So, of course, West Side Story is also being told that the students are very comfortable when it comes to washroom facilities and sanitary blocks. So, in actuality, this is for the teachers. Am I correct, Ms. Sampson?
Yes, miss. Okay. Yes, it benefits to the teachers.
Okay, all right.
Because we did make requests and it was granted that we received 10 washrooms for the teachers.
Okay, all right. And you expect to be able to start using the facilities very soon?
Very soon, yes, very soon.
About how many teachers it would facilitate?
28 female teachers.
Wow. And how many male teachers you have at the school?
We don't have any male, but we have one male washroom that is functioning presently.
Okay, that is functioning. So mostly I'm assuming that parents would use that because you don't have a male teacher.
No, since we opened it for the female also after we didn't have a male teacher. Seeing that we only had one, yeah, we open it for the female.
Okay, I'm assuming the females in this school, the female teachers probably feel like queens because you have no males with you. Are there plans? Do you have any idea if there are plans to hire male teachers?
Well, not right now. We have one on second man that is attending UG, but he's not here presently until UG's reopen.
Okay.
So he will probably be here this week.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, head teacher Trisha Sampson.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, great. Of course, stay with West Side Story. We'll come to you again from another location. Welcome to our final stop for this edition of West Side Story, and this time it is my pleasure to be speaking with the regional engineer, Mr. Joseph Patterson. We're now at the Cornelia Ida Primary School, and this is more or less a continuation of what we showed you earlier, where we focused on some sanitary blocks at the Vredenhoek Primary. So now at the Cornelia Ida Primary School, we're focusing on some more sanitary blocks. Again, these are really important facilities for our young ones to be able to be comfortable when they're away from home, when they're at school. So it is my pleasure to be talking to Joseph Patterson, as I said before, the regional engineer. Welcome to West Side Story.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be speaking to you.
Great, it's a pleasure having you. Now let's talk about the construction of the sanitary blocks, like how long it took and the amount, if you can give a figure right now in terms of how much it cost.
Well, this project would have been one of our capital projects for 2016, which was very much needed for this school. And this would have cost around $4.8 million. And this would have done during December last year, 2016. Probably take the contractor about 4 weeks to be completed. Okay. So the facility is completed, however, we haven't handed it over as yet. And soon we'll do so, just to ensure that, make sure everything is okay before we hand it over.
Okay. from an engineer's point of view, how necessary is it? And viewers, even before Engineer Patterson responds to this, I must tell you, we'll try to get the cameraman a little later on to show you a comparison of what was there before and what is there now. So what I'm asking you now, engineer, is how necessary and how urgent was the construction of this sanitary block?
It was very much urgent and needed because the school have around 380 students and about 20 teachers, and the existing facility I think is around I think it's a 6 or 8 compartment they have there. So we are on a 10 compartment sanitary block here, which will be adequate for the school and the teacher.
In this case, both students and teachers will benefit.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, engineer.
Okay then, thank you.
All right, coming up, we will be chatting with the head teacher of the school. Stay with West Side Story. Of course, now I get to be chatting with the head teacher of the Cornelia Ida Primary School, Ms. Desiree Sundar. It is a pleasure having you on West Side Story, ma'am. Welcome.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the sanitary blocks. I know we heard a lot from engineer, but you will be in a better position to tell us about how the students will benefit and so on, how long it was in a bad state before we got the new sanitary blocks and so on.
All right. Since I came here in 2013, the washroom for the pupils were in a bad state, and we are very happy that the engineer and from region number 3 see it fit to give us new sanitary blocks. So indeed our boys and girls are going to benefit from it the way they ought to.
Okay, all right. And how many, I think engineer gave a number, but again, I know we prefer if this comes from you. How many students will it benefit and how many teachers?
Okay, on roll we are having 389 students, and they are the ones that are going to benefit from the sanitary blocks. The teachers, they are having their own sanitary block upstairs.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Sundar.
Thank you.
And of course, viewers, again, this is West Side Story, and it is my pleasure to remind you that what West Side Story does is really and truly not only introduce but show you exactly what is happening here in Region 3 in terms of government development. And remember, these developmental projects comes to you with development in mind. I can't stress development enough. The APNU AFC government sees it fit to ensure that all our citizens, regardless of which region and which community, regardless of your race, your creed, your personality, your religion, it is the aim of the APNU AFC government to ensure that everyone benefits from a good life for all Guyanese. I did promise you earlier to have our cameraman do a comparison of what was here before the new sanitary blocks. So as we speak, he is about to show you what was there before. And of course, as you can see, this is really, really bad. Imagine our children would have been coming to school and having to use this. And of course, obviously it got to this state after years, after decades of being like that. So I know as you heard it from the head teacher, I know the students and the parents of these students can feel a little more comfortable now and be grateful that, you know, there has been a serious upgrade. And of course, as you can see, our cameraman will now take you to what is happening now after the construction of new blocks. And for those of you who are wondering, I'm being told, I was informed by the engineer that the old block that you saw earlier on camera, that will be dismantled completely. So in essence, there would be no danger for the students, because you know, little ones, when they see structures hanging around, they like to go in and hide, and it's fun for them, but we know it's not necessarily safe. So engineer has promised that that entire structure that you saw earlier would be completely dismantled. So again, what you're currently seeing now is one of the many new sanitary blocks here, and as you can see, it is really, really a great improvement. And I must remind you that all of this is with the intention of the government's objective to provide a good life for all Guyanese. And on that note, this is where I have to leave you from this edition of West Side Story. Let me remind you, the first edition for 2017. And of course, look forward for the rest of the year to see many more developmental projects and hear much more from the people on the West Side. I am Malika Ramsey, and this has been West Side Story.